Welcome to the Eurovision Kiki Podcast. We're three Americans who have fallen in love with Eurovision. You've got Doug, Katie, and Steven here, and we're here to bring you the best information about the Eurovision Song Contest. We'll bring you the music, history, traditions, as well as all the tea currently surrounding the world of Eurovision. So buckle up and welcome to this week's episode.
Thank you all for joining us. Here we are with another Eurovision Kiki. And as you can probably see if you're following us on YouTube, we have a special guest here. We have Shawn of the infamous World with Shawn saying thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
It is always exciting to have you here because we know fun things will happen.
He remembers coming to the Kiki every single time he's here.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
he's so good.
I mean, you are a regular at this point. This is your third visit with us, so.
Yeah.
And I remember each one perfectly because we've all filmed them at, noon times that I would remember. Yes, it's a blast. Yeah. It's a blast.
Peak pinnacle hours every single time that
We've been awake for all of them.
No caffeine needed whatsoever.
That's also my problem is I don't drink coffee. So I probably, when we did the last podcast, I probably woke up and I probably just was like a zombie. But yeah, anyways. I'm
highly caffeinated.
I think we were all pretty much zombies on that one. Except Virgo.
Yeah, it was just like...
It was noon for her.
Why is everybody so asleep? Doesn't matter. Well, Shawn, how are you? What's going on in your world? Let's catch up.
I'm good. There's honestly, I hate this answer, but it's like there's nothing exciting. Obviously Eurovision's coming up, so very much looking forward to that. But aside from that, no news, which I guess in this era is maybe a good thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
No news can be good news.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you? What's been going on Eurovision Kiki?
Oh my gosh. Nothing and everything all at the same time. We still don't get European music according to some of our commenters, which is great.
That's our new brand, though.
We're
going to lean into it.
That's always been the comments that I've gotten is like, we are not interested in what you have to say. You are from Canada, so refrain from commentary. And I'm like, I can't stop talking about this competition. You're going to have to restrain me.
And it's like really cute for you to think that you could get like Americans to stop talking about anything.
True.
Anyone, North Americans, we love to gab. So we're going to keep gabbing. I'll say
we will.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, similar to you, we're excited. Eurovision's just weeks away. Doug asked offline, he's like, "You're going to Eurovision, Steven. What's happening?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going." So it's locked in, confirmed. And I've done little to no real planning other than the fact that it's we have tickets. We've got, we're going to be on the floor. I'm going to be living my best life and I will probably come back with no voice because I will have screamed it's
as you should.
Business. Yeah.
Okay, don't act like you have no plans because you did send us outfits that you bought. So
I did.
You have done some planning.
I bought some planning. I bought some sparkly tank tops that I will be sporting and working out super hardcore so that I can look semi-decent in them. So
oh my
God. You're all going.
Just
you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, you'll have a blast. I mean, is this, are we popping the Eurovision cherry experience? Is this the first time?
No, not for me. Doug and I went last year with a group of folks. And that's when I was like, all right, this has to happen every year. Here's my credit card. Let's go into as much debt as humanly possible. But then
I don't have Switzerland kind of money, so.
Yeah, that was the hard thing for me is maybe I would have had I had Serbia money, to be honest, but I didn't think they were not really in contention. But I would have had Serbia money.
Hardcore would have had Croatian money.
Yes, I would have had Croatian money.
Yeah. We're in trouble, though, because now, we'll probably get to it, but everything at the top of the odds, Austria, Sweden, it's going to be another expense. I'm just waiting, where's Czech Republic? I would love Prague, nice city, very cheap. Ugh,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that.
And honestly, Portugal come through because everything I've heard about Portugal has been super affordable trips and things like that. And I'm like, Come on.
Not in 2025.
Not this year.
Nope, not gonna. That's a no.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we have to do Sweden again, depending on the city, if they go back to Malmö, we could do Denmark again. We could hop back and forth Copenhagen.
I would never say no to Copenhagen.
Yeah, Copenhagen was pretty fun.
I would say no to Malmö. Given, I don't think they're going to host it again, too. It seems last year they said, like, we're out for the next 100 years. We're not hosting Eurovision.
That's fair. I mean, it was small. It was a small city. And I was like, really? This is what we're going with? But okay. I will say, though, like, the bounce back and forth between Copenhagen and Malmö, that was fun because we got to do two countries.
Yeah.
Two countries.
We're so international.
Yeah, we're so those people. Anyway.
You're such liberal elites.
Doug, what are we talking about today?
Well, okay, so today is going to be some class awards. So I will give you a category, and I need you to give me the winner from that category. So we're going to start with your least favorite entry that the artist goes by their initials.
Girl, what?
He just wants everyone to say that it's JJ.
Oh, was that too specific? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
but also by that logic, like it's also the best song by an artist who goes by their initials. So
yeah, I don't know that I have a winner for that category.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't even right now. I'm like ready to go into like it's good because of this and this and this and this. But
I know.
You will have your moment. I promise you. It'll be there. Steven will support you because somebody has to.
Well, someone has taste.
Thank you.
We just don't understand European music.
Everybody take a drink.
Okay, so the first category we're going to do is Benelux. So for those of you who don't know, that's Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. Okay. Who is your favorite? Of those three.
I'm going Luxembourg. That was a pretty easy one for me to think through.
You've met her enough times that if she didn't get some love from the Kiki, that would be...
Yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah, definitely going with Luxembourg. That's my favorite of those three.
Shawn, what about you?
Oh, I would say easy Belgium. Yeah. It's getting a lot of, like, a lot of people aren't super excited about it at the moment, but there was a lot of hype initially. It's just dissipated, so.
Yeah, that's been something that I've noticed, too. It's like it feels like people got, like, tired of it really quickly. And I still love the song, but, I mean, for me, Laura's my winner, but I still really like Belgium.
Fair enough.
I mean, as time has gone on, Belgium has gained popularity with me personally. So, to your point, yes, I do think that the hype is waning, but for me personally, it's gotten better. So, of those three, it's close, but I'd probably have to lean towards Luxembourg just because Laura Thorne is amazing and we love her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think I'm going to go with, I think you said Netherlands was one of the three, correct? Yeah, so I'm actually going to go Netherlands. I've really liked C'est La Vie for a while. Laura Thorne is up there with me as well. But when I compare the two, I get behind the Netherlands just a skosh more than Luxembourg because I like the vibe. I like his music video. I just really love the choreography that's going on there. And that sells me hardcore.
Yeah, the charisma is wild. Like, this man is going to perform for sure.
Yeah.
And Benelux as a whole, they're doing well this year. I mean, there's no song that we're looking at those three and going, oh, well, this one's out,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting to see whether or not Luxembourg makes it to the final. I don't know where they are right now in the semifinal odds, but I know in the grand scheme of things, like with the 37 countries, they're quite low. I think they deserve to be higher, but I mean, I think Netherlands and Belgium are safe bets for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's part of why I have to throw my support behind Luxembourg because I just really want her to be doing well. And I think, when we talked about the odds, that was a couple episodes ago or last episode. I don't remember. I think she was like, her and Emmy were like right below the cusp, but I think that part of it, what our thought was if they can pull it out in their performance and really wow on the Eurovision stage, because I think neither of them really wowed before, like, then maybe it's possible.
Fingers crossed.
She's part of that second semifinal, which I feel is going to be the harder one to get out of. So good luck, Laura.
Yes.
And with that, we will go to our next sort of group of countries. And in this case, we're going to talk about the Baltic countries. So, Shawn, who is your favorite between Estonia, Lithuania, and Latvia?
Okay, clearly Latvia. I really, really like Latvia this year. I think it's serving tremendous uniqueness. Like, there's nothing like this, I would say, in the competition this year or for the past 10 years. We've had nothing like this. The staging, I know the staging is probably going to change, but for Supernova to have staging like that, like, this is a national final I've been following for 10 years. It's never come close to that. So if their stage was as good as it was there in Riga, I'm expecting big things in Basel for sure.
My Latvian cult ladies. I want to board their mothership. I want to sell the jams and jellies. We're all named Jane. So Shawn is Canadian Jane at this point now. So I'm right there behind you, Latvia, all the way.
I mean, this one's pretty easy for me. It's Latvia. For some reason, Estonia just, doesn't even tick a box. But yeah.
Okay, well.
Katie, ready, go.
I mean, well, it's not Lithuania. But yeah, I mean, just for a counterbalance, I will say Estonia because I have a soft spot for Estonia. And I know.
I'm looking for an explanation right here, right now. You need to defend your points.
So I agree that Latvia is doing something we haven't seen before, and I know that it's a chant, and I will never not be annoyed that there are 4 lyrics. And so it's just like, I'm like, okay, the title of the song is all of the words you're going to hear, basically. And that's like my only issue with it. Like, following them on Instagram and seeing them sing everybody else's songs, I'm like, oh my God, the talent is insane. But there's something about espresso macchiato that makes me want to get up and dance. And I'm not beating people with the fertility stick like they are in Latvia. And so that's not my vibe of dance. And it's just espresso macchiato gets stuck in my head so much. And I think, I don't know, I just really like it.
I can't knock that. I want to, but
like, yeah. Is it great? Does it get stuck in your head? Absolutely.
It's such an earworm. And I think that it's also something that's super different from other things just because his performance style is so different. Like, obviously we've seen outlandish things like about goofy concepts, I wish I had a mustache from whatever year that was. And, we've had songs of a similar like energy, but he is uniquely different as a performer this year, I think. And, so I'm interested to see where that goes.
I mean, he's no Gojo, but
thank God.
Well, we won't linger then. So let's go to the Balkans. So, Katie, maybe kick us off. Your favorite Balkan entry.
This one is really hard for me, because, like, my favorite versus one that I need to just say out loud because I am now fully on Steven's team. Montenegro, Nina, I love you. I love you so much. I wish the song was going to do a lot better. But I think in my true heart of hearts, I'm going to have to go with Croatia.
Wow.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I really enjoy it. It's camp. It's fun for me. I don't know.
I'm very surprised at that answer from you. I'm not upset.
What do you think I
about
was
it.
going to say?
I thought you were going to pick Greece.
I mean, I guess I forget that they're considered a Balkan country. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I forget that too. I look at them.
Because I feel like Greece is kind of its own thing. So I like forget that because it's on like the other side of the bay, you know?
You're basically saying, I'm going to remove Greece from the equation, therefore.
Right.
Croatia.
For me, like when I think of the Balkans, I'm thinking of like that other side of the bay.
Right.
And I'm thinking Croatia. But I mean, if we're throwing Greece in there, yeah, easy peasy Greece. Done.
You're like, well, in that case.
Done. Okay. Made it easier for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. How about you, Shawn?
I would say Albania. I think it's fun. Similar to Latvia, it's different, obviously different from Latvia, but it's unique. It stands out. There's nothing like it. Similar to the rest of the fandom, and I'm not crazy about the guys' involvement in the entry. Like, it kind of is weird, but it's also a little funny to have like a little Gru Despicable Me moment. He really reminds me so much of Gru in every way. But yeah, I'm super, super nervous for every other Balkan country in this competition, though. Like, I think Greece is in the weaker semifinal, I think, so I think should be fine. But like the other ones, Serbia, Croatia, Montenegro, I think is very unfortunately not going to qualify. So
Yeah.
Albania, I think, is the only one that I'm like very confident to will qualify. I think at this stage, staging will determine everything. But yeah, I like Albania.
Yeah, Katie called it, and I just have a soft spot for Nina Gigi and Dobrodošli. I hope I said that right. Montenegro has been my favorite Baltic since the beginning. I know it's not going to qualify, but I hope that folks can at least rally behind it and appreciate it in its blip of a moment that it will be on stage for the second semifinal.
And it's a blip in the Eurovision season history where it was the only song we had for a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I hope that I hope Montenegro comes back next year. Don't let this discourage you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Montenegro, and I wish she had more support behind her. But
part of it too, I think they just like, they came out back in November and have had to spend the last 6 months to really just keep this thing going. But Albania did the same, except they took a beat and then they just sort of like came back. And I don't think Nina picked up on that. And so the hype is just not there like Albania's is right now. Like, I think Albania will actually qualify. I don't think that any of the other Baltic countries are doing as strongly.
Mm-hmm. And Montenegro too, like with the staging, they always have a very low budget for stage performance. I think she's performing second or third, like definitely one of the worst spots. They have literally no other friends in this semifinal aside from Serbia, which is their best friend. But aside from that, like nothing else going on there. I just think I've never seen it be more bleak for a country at Eurovision, which is really unfortunate because I do hope they come back next year. Yeah. But let's see.
Yeah, it sounds like you want to encourage them so that they don't leave.
Yeah. Then you give them the second slot or third slot. Ugh.
Yeah.
Bless it.
All right. Next category, we are going with Best of the Big Five. Ooh. This one's actually tough.
Actually, this one's fairly easy for me.
Go for it.
Tell us more, Steven.
It's Spain, Esa Diva. Like, that's my girl, Melody.
Rework, maybe.
See, yeah, they made it harder for me when they did the revamp, and it is bad now.
I know. that part is a struggle, but I still will rally behind it because when I think of like the United Kingdom, it's catchy, but I still will jam out to Esa Diva over that.
I'll piggyback off of that. I will say, for me, it's Spain as well. I think she's like doing the most out of any other act that I can think of this year. This woman is singing like there's no tomorrow. I think she holds the longest note in the competition this year, so that will appeal to juries.
you're forgetting Poland.
That's a long note too. She's doing everything too. I mean, she's like hanging up,
I was
you
like,
know.
yeah, she's
If I could spin
spinning in
if I could
circles
spin around
and
in my chair
holding
right
her
now,
note.
I totally would. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but I guess like similar to Poland, like these are women who are like doing everything, the dance moves, the outfit change, the hair whipping, like it's a performance. So I am sold for Spain, and I think, you know, I always say I'm a whore for good vocals, and I think she's definitely one of the top 5 best vocalists of the year. So I really appreciate her serving. Cunt vocals.
Beautiful.
All right, Doug, what's yours?
I like Essa Diva, but I think I'm going to go with France and Momon. I think it's beautifully sung. I appreciate her message. I'm there for it.
That's so beautiful.
I love the way you said "maman."
Like, swap the little girl out, put Doug in instead.
that last Momo.
Oh, I
That's
love
me. Guys, didn't you know that was me?
Oh, yeah, it sounds like you.
Totally.
I go back and forth on Big Five. I think song-wise, Germany's starting to really grow on me, like listening to it. But I'm still just so nervous for their performance. And I know she's been sick and she was sick. And like,
you can only claim you're sick so many times.
Yeah. But so, I mean, with that, like, and I'm just, part of it is a protest vote because I'm mad that they revamped Spain.
Yeah.
So,
well, you
I'm going to go with Germany.
I don't know.
And what I say goes.
I don't know about y'all. I don't speak German. It's not in my vernacular, except for, you know, Zerschlagen and Passieren. But every time I hear her,
ein Prosit, kind of.
Yep. And we do know how to do that. But like every time I hear her, like belting out "Baller," right after that, I hear it's a shiny lobster. Like when it's like it's a shiny lobster. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I
Everyone let Steven have his moment. We don't get it. We don't know what you're talking
Definitely never thought that, but thank you so much. And I'm sure it will ruin the song for me now.
Listener, tell us if you hear a shiny lobster.
It's just so that I bring you back to Spain and Essa Diva. You're welcome.
Well, do the pre-revamp and then I'm on.
Okay. Next.
All right. So this year we actually have 6 songs that include a portion of French. And so I would like to know your favorite French entry. Just as a reminder for folks, the 6 songs that have some French in there include Switzerland, France, Luxembourg, Australia, Israel, and Netherlands. Now, I'm not saying that...
Oh, yeah, the woman that's like, "Excuse me, monsieur."
Oh,
are you really counting that as
she asked, "Do you have any milk for me?"
That does not count.
What was the last one in that sequence of songs? There was a lot.
Luxembourg, France, Switzerland, Australia, Israel, and Netherlands.
It's tough. Oh, okay. Oh my God. This is.
I'll give you a moment so you can ponder. Of those, I'm probably still going to go with Luxembourg and our girl Laura.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I have to as well. Luxembourg for me.
You're allowed to say Switzerland if you.
Yeah. Go ahead, Shawn.
I think I'm going to say Switzerland. Yeah. This one has really grown on me too, similar to Albania. Like initially I heard it and it was really early in the morning, and so I was like, meh. And then I heard it more and more, and I just feel like it's so. I showed my partner it this morning, and I was just like, look at how beautiful this is. Like I'm just like transfixed by it. Sarah McLachlan is also Canadian. It sounds like a Sarah McLachlan song, and so it just feels like Canadian nostalgia for me in a weird way, sung in French too. So like it's bringing me back to my roots.
Yeah, for all that French that you know.
Yeah, totally. Merci
Right.
for acknowledging that.
Woo.
Oh my god.
Love
I mean,
that.
you're here to go on a voyage with her, so you're here for her journey. I'm all for it.
100%. And it just also feels too, one other thing I'll say, it feels like such a great song for a host country to sing. Like every single time I'm listening to it, I'm like, I feel like that's the type of song, you're in Switzerland, she's Swiss, she's a representative. It just feels right. Like, it makes me emotional. I don't know. Anyways,
I can see that.
I'll stop being verklempt and I'll go on to Steve.
I love that.
Good thing she automatically advances. Let's just
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
It's a good, safe song, and I love that because I can rally behind it too. For me, I love Israel, A New Day Will Rise. I love the French piece of it. I'm pretty sure she's just repeating the first chorus that she's singing because I think there's like one part where she says piano again. I don't speak French, so I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point.
Oh my god, if that's true, I don't like it anymore. If
I
you
don't
think they're just like
know.
translating it into other languages, that would be
I don't
bad.
know. I
hope
don't
not.
know.
I hope not.
And I have not like taken the time to actually like Google Translate it. So like, don't come at me, people.
The internet is raging right now.
The internet is raging right now, like you ignorant motherfucker. So we'll just leave it at that.
I mean,
Next.
and again, speaking of beautiful vocals, like I would say she's probably one of the top vocalists this year. Like,
oh yeah, her voice is beautiful.
Stunning vocals.
Yeah, definitely a top 10 for sure.
It's gonna happen. So there you go.
Some good French language going on, and then of course you have Australia. Whatever.
Is this like everyone on this podcast hates Australia? Is there any fans?
No, I get. So Katie gets like the icks from Gojo. I love Gojo. We'll wait for that segment and get into it a little bit more. When are we getting to that segment, Doug? Are we almost there yet?
Are we never there?
My thing is like I think I'm gonna separate art from artist a little bit. Like I think that Gojo is probably a very kind person and great. The energy of Milkshake Man is like, I'm not gonna leave my drink unattended next to you. You know?
Fair enough.
So that's like I just can't do that.
And my energy is like, I will. Let's see where this goes.
I would love to. Let's see where this goes.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, in that case, I need to move us forward. So, let's keep our vibes. Okay, so let's just do straight up favorite English. So, favorite song that is done in English.
Completely or partially?
We'll go partially, seeing as how we included Australia and the French.
Well, then why don't... Okay.
And C'est La Vie.
Is it really?
What?
I mean, it has English. What you're
No,
I was going to say
I-
we included a lot of mixed language ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
French
So-
one.
Okay.
If it has English, it can be considered.
Got it.
Let me think.
Mine is here. It's Austria. Like that's a easy one for me. It's my favorite one in the competition this year. I think it's taking real risks. I love to see risks done at Eurovision. I think the point of Eurovision is for music to, be innovative and progress in a way, not something that we've ever heard before. The vocals seem to be incredible. We're fusing different genres together in a seamless, cohesive manner. I'm just like astounded. I think it's also like the highest male note ever at Eurovision too. So I'm like, come on, break records, switch up genres. Like the tempo increases at one point. It's just there's so much there for us to eat. So I'm eating.
There you
Here
go.
it is.
Let it happen. I love Hallucination, Denmark, Sea Salt. Let's fucking go. Can't get enough of it. On repeat numerous times throughout the day. And cannot wait for the revamp. I just want to see this thing make it far. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you said everything I want to say, but I will give a different answer just to switch things up a little bit, and I will say Czechia, Kiss Kiss Goodbye, love it, love the dance break, I enjoy it.
This one is super hard. There's so many that I really like, and there's so many that I just want to mention just to get the name out there. But, and I think Doug knows which one specifically that might be. So I'm going to do it, and it's going to be Bird of Prey. I really love that song, and the more I listen to it, the more interesting it gets to me, and just the harmonies in it are so good, and like it just feels like it's from a different era, but like not, you can't really put your finger on exactly what it is, but it's like it is just, again, so unique, so different, and so good to me. I really love that song.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, it's a good one.
That's good. Okay. All right. So next category is going to be miscongeniality. And you have to pick somebody other than Seesaw, because she's too obvious. She's too obvious. So I think we will all agree that she is number one for miscongeniality. Now I need you to pick a number two.
Go ahead, Shawn.
I think JJ's really funny. Like, I've seen a lot of interviews with him from, I guess, a number of different Eurovision outlets at this point, and his humor is like very like subtle and quiet, but it's also really, really hilarious too. It's not like that out there like Sissel, which she's hilarious, obviously. But yeah, I think he's really funny. And I would say him. Yeah. I also have a bias because like we've like interacted a little bit behind the scenes, and he's just super nice too. So now I'm just like, I like you as a human.
I'm going to agree with you, Shawn, because I don't like Wasted Love. I will, but I think he, as an artist, as an individual, seems like a fun guy. He's on social media. He's got a presence. He does seem as though he's really having that miscongeniality vibe. And like I said, don't love the song, but I really appreciate what I have seen on the socials with it.
It's okay if you want to hit him, by the way, Shawn. You can totally slap him. Like Doug. Yeah, exactly.
No, that was a love tap. No hitting here. I'm Canadian.
Here at the Eurovision Kiki, we condone violence. No, we don't.
Sometimes. Only sometimes.
Only when you get the song choice wrong.
Exactly. What about you, Katie?
I have two that I want to say. It's so hard to decide, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Tautumetas because of their singing of everyone else's songs and like bringing every other artist basically to tears with their renditions of it, and like seeing how they've been interacting, and like it seems like people just really enjoy being around them and that they're very kind, and so that seems miscongeniality to me.
And Steven?
I'm gonna go with my boys from Sweden, and I'm gonna go with Kai.
That was my other one.
Yep.
That was my other one.
Yep. I'm gonna go with the boys of Kai. I love seeing their social media content, teaching just about every other performer how to do the Bada Bada Batsu dance. Yep. It's great. I loved when they went on stage with Mariana Conte when she was doing serving. And
all of these are the things that I was going to say.
And I'm just like, yes, let's do this. I loved when they were with the, I think they were doing a performance with the Swiss.
Zoe Me.
I think so. It was either them or they were actually with.
I call her Zoe Moe.
No, they were the consulate. They were like in the Swiss consulate and like giving them like a solo performance, and they were doing their dance in front of them too, and like all of the consulates in the office were like just jamming out with them. I loved it. So they're my miscongeniality.
So if the next category was social media presence, does your answer change much?
Yeah.
Because the miscongeniality social media presence is kind of
mine Mine changes for me.
Okay.
Like, I think Kai then wins for me because of them like teaching their dance to other people, and then also just like their videos that they're doing just among themselves. And like, I was focusing on like the interactions with the other artists where like, you know, when they were talking about whether they were prepared to do the emergency procedures on a plane, it really made me laugh. And so I've been just like all over their social media, really, really loving them.
Seesaw. I mean, it changes slightly. Like Seesaw, her social media presence is like A+ right now. I loved her prank phone call to JJ while he was on the elevator, and she's like,
God.
I need you to do hallucination for me on stage. And he's like, I need to talk to my management about this. I'll get back to you. Like, she's
Well, and then they just hung up, and I'm
and
like,
then he
what
just like hangs up. Like, yeah.
You're not gonna follow up?
is he like now scrambling, thinking he might sing hallucination?
I don't know what's going on. Oh,
How about for you, Shawn? Does your social media presence win or change?
It's like all of the above. I guess I would if I had to go with one, maybe Kai. I don't love the song, and I know it's at the top of the odds, so like I don't want to say them because I'm like, I want JJ to win. But like I have to admit, like, yeah, their social media is really, really they have strong game there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's okay to like Sweden and appreciate their song.
it's okay, Shawn.
It's
It's okay
okay
to root for
to
the
be
people
planning to be going back to Sweden next year. It's okay.
okay.
It's okay.
It's
like
a
my
safe
worst-
space.
It's my worst nightmare as a Eurovision fan is to like go back to it. Even Austria, I know they won in 2014 and then we were there in 2015 or whatever. But I'm like, I've been there, I've done that. I want a new country or a country that hasn't won in a very, very long time.
Mhm.
So
I know.
to have Sweden again is like, yeah, a nightmare.
But when
for
you
me.
think about it, it's kind of Finland.
But then I want it in
They're all
Finland. Make it Helsinki or any of those. I don't know. Yeah,
Which goes back to them being great on social media. That video of them where they were like, okay, so we win for Sweden and Sweden has to pay for Eurovision, but really it's a win for Finland. I was like, that is so funny. That really made me laugh.
They've got a good social media. Yeah. Okay, so just a couple more categories I think we'll do. So maybe pre-party, if you've been watching any of that, give us maybe a winner or a loser from the pre-party. You don't have to do both, just maybe a reaction to some of the pre-party stuff.
I'm going to throw out an easy loser from pre-party is Germany because they haven't been to a single one.
Oh, well, there you go.
Because they've been sick. So I think that's pretty easy.
Shaming the ill.
I mean,
a new low
like,
for Katie. No, I'm kidding.
No, actually, probably not.
There's no lower.
But I mean, like you can't win if you don't. Must be present to win.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
100%. Go ahead. I have nothing.
Like a loser for me would be Azerbaijan. Where they at? Where you at, boys?
Yeah. Which is sad because I really like them and I just like I want to see more of them. I want to have them build up momentum.
Is this loser or winner?
It could be either.
Both.
It's just pre-party, winner, loser, whatever.
I can't think of anyone that's like really disappointed me. I think, but I would say we already talked about it, but Miriana Conte with like bringing up the boys with the balls and Kai is there and all that stuff. It's so funny. It's so like it's more than just a performance at this point, or a song at this point. It is truly a performance. It's getting the fans talking.
Mm-hmm.
So I really did like that, and the voice has been always pretty decent too. The song is fun. Yeah, I would say her.
I actually will echo you on that, Shawn, is that I think that she has done a performance on stage that is people enjoy. And I feel like she's done a couple of these pre-parties now where she's brought various people up to join her on the yoga balls. And her screen backdrop of all the haters
Social
in the comments
Yeah.
is I just think she's leaning into it, embracing it, and kind of like us with the you don't know European music. Yeah, what about it? She's just having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So, All right. Last one I think we'll do is your dark horse or biggest upset potential. Somebody who may not be likely to advance. Maybe even the haters on the internet have been trashing it, but damn it, you still love it.
For the first part, I'll say Belgium would be the dark horse. I would think. I just think there's so much potential with staging for this song. Like strobe lights is always something that like if the song is pretty decent and there's a lot of heavy strobe lights at Eurovision, the song typically does decently well. I don't know what they're going to lean into. Belgium makes me nervous with staging last year. I think they had the worst staging of the year. So that's a tricky one for me. But as a song, as a vocalist, with the potential of the staging, I'm going to say Belgium. And then the second part is like, what do I think will shock people as a non-qualifier or not do as well type of thing?
Maybe something that could shock and qualify. So something that like nobody's really talking about and everybody kind of shits on a little bit, but you still enjoy it.
I might have to get back on that one. Yeah, I'll hear what everyone else has to say. I'll sit patiently.
I think for that category, for me, it's like a party because there is a lot of hate for it online and I can't stop listening to it. And also, so my company came out with, I work for a space company, they came out with, for some of their promotional like items, a little dog with a bandana for our rocket line. And I was like, oh my God, it's like and I almost bought one. They were $8 and I didn't have my credit card on me, but I almost bought one just because of like a party.
Like, I get the reference. I know what this is.
I get this.
Educational. Eurovision is educational.
Yeah. And I think people, that's a song that I think people online are taking too seriously. Like they're like, I don't want to think about a dog freezing in space and still being alive. And that's so sad. And it's like, no, like this is like a childish reimagining of like I said, this is my new dog heaven is all the dogs go to space and just like dance around in the stars. And I love that song. So that's my like, I hope it qualifies and I hope it gets people, some of the haters can shut up a little bit about it, but I don't know that they will.
The one that continues to surprise me that people are just loving, and my jaw will drop if it does actually qualify, Lithuania, with Catharsis and Tavo a kiss, I think is what it is, how it's pronounced. I don't know. Loindici, if you will.
We'll accept it.
Yeah, we'll accept it. That's the one that, like...
We don't know European music, nor do we know the languages.
Not all the time. That's the one where if it happens, I'm going to be like... So that's the one. And then the one that I feel like people need to rally behind, and I want to see Tutta Italia, San Marino, advance.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I think my dark horse now, I gotta give it up. My dark horse is Ukraine again. I love them, and I think they could do better than people think they will. They could surprise us.
I mean, Ukraine always does well no matter what, right?
Fair.
They could not sing and they'd probably still qualify.
I always say that about like Italy will always, it's in the big five, it's always in the final, whatever, but they always do well no matter what. Ukraine, especially in this era, large Ukrainian diaspora right now across Europe, they will do well for sure. But I second your thoughts. I love Ukraine this year too. So
yay.
Yeah.
Doug, what are your answers?
Well, I am going to mention a song that has gotten no love, and I like parts of it. So for me, I'm going to mention Croatia, Poison Cake. I heard a version recently where he did it acoustically. So good.
You're forgetting that I gave him love in the Balkan section.
Yeah, that's true. You did. I'm just saying, like, overall, the internet is like, no, girl, bye. And I'm like, why are we just dismissing them? If we can root for Lithuania if we can root for Serbia, you can easily find it to root for Croatia. That's all I'm saying.
Serbia, I think, is a little easier because it's not as like campy. Like, I mean, Serbia is just a straight love song, and so that's a little easier to get the masses to rally behind, frankly.
So
Yeah.
I appreciate Croatia this year, and we've talked about it before, and like leaning into the camp of it, and so I hope to see it, and maybe that becomes the dark horse, and maybe it suddenly qualifies, and we're all just blown away.
That would be the biggest shock ever if it qualifies. I think I really struggled to see this qualifying, but yeah, I don't. He's so talented. That's the thing that kills me. Is this song? I'm not like an absolute hater of it, I guess, maybe, but yeah, I loved his
98% of it.
Yeah. But I liked
like,
his other Dora entry like a year or two ago. I thought that was like so incredible. And then this is a little bit more confusing for me, I guess. Yeah.
And I think like there's a couple people that we either saw in national finals or that are maybe not going to do super well in Eurovision this year. Like, I'm just begging them to try again. Like, and I think he's one of those ones that I'm like, keep trying, because like you have it. And like, I mean, obviously Burgo, like, keep going, because it's gonna happen for you. It's just like, you got to get the timing right,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
We say that a lot here. Hashtag justice for Burgo. So
Oh, always. Constantly.
Always and forever. All right, Shawn, do you have a...
Oh, ugh. Okay, I'm having like nightmares of, and this is like, I don't see it happening, but like, I do think there is like a slim potential of, I think this is going to cause like shock, but I really think Malta potentially not qualifying, or even if she does end up qualifying, like just like coming in like the 20s or high teens potentially. And the reason why I like it, I love it, of course, but I think the selling point of that song in the first place, the reason why the hype began is because cunt, which now it's not there. So I think the audience, if they scream and, cunt during the song and it gets like silenced from the anti-booing technology or the anti-audience, whatever that technology that exists, I'm nervous that like it might not create a moment for people at home and they'd just be like, this is a decent song and it's called Serving. And on top of that too, Malta is like, I would say the country that struggles maybe most in this competition, right there with San Marino, Iceland, other, island nations, no diaspora, small population. So yeah, I mean, Sarah Bonici last year really, really gave
Pour one
every.
out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and to
Yeah.
not even, I mean, it's one thing to come in 11th, but to come dead last and give a choreography like that and a vocal like that and a song like that, I'm nervous. I'm nervous for Miriana, but yeah.
I'm
That's
throwing
fair.
all my votes to her. All of
Yeah,
them.
honestly.
Well, I can't because I
100%.
need Sea Salt to advance as well. God damn it. It's gonna be a hard one.
And that is our biggest problem, is like, you can only vote so many times.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, and you get attached to the people, and yes, it's only via social media, but you're like, you love their social media presence, you love the Instagram lives you've seen and all this stuff, and then you're just so invested in that person making it, and then you find out that Luna didn't advance, and you are devastated,
Luna, wait, am I dumb?
Poland. No,
Last year,
Poland.
Poland.
Last year.
Oh,
He's trying
right.
to send us back to 2024.
Yeah, he's trying to make us sad.
I like that. Yeah, that's a decent one.
When your favorite just doesn't make it to the finals, and you're going, what? But this one qualified.
Yeah, the worst moments.
Okay, so final thoughts. Shawn, tell us what it is about this year that you love or hate.
Or both.
Love comes right to mind because last year I think was the most drama-filled year of Eurovision in history. Obviously, since I've been reporting on it, I'm sure since you guys have been reporting on it, it was crazy. And it seems like leading into the contest, knock on wood, it's a lot less chaotic. So I'm hoping, yeah, no disqualifications, no, crazy death threats to contestants. It seems like just the waters have calmed down to some degree, which is making me really happy. And then the thing that I hate about this year would be, this is kind of harsh, but like I've only ever said this one other time in the last 5 years, so I'm not like one of those people who says it every year, but I do think the quality of songs is a little bit weaker this year. Everything will get elevated with the staging and all that stuff, as it always does, I'm sure. But I just feel like the only two songs that I'm going crazy for right now are Denmark and Austria. And there's definitely been, like, if I compare that to last year, I think there were like 8 songs that I was going crazy for. So it's a big dip for me personally when it comes to my music taste. But yeah, I feel quite strongly. Those are the things that I love. Those are the things that I hate about 2025.
Katie.
Things I love, I think, kind of similar to what you said, Shawn, like going into it, it does seem like, I mean, there was like a little bit of like a hubbub about like someone got left off of a group chat or something, but it was like just a misunderstanding. And so it's like, it does feel like all of the artists are like, they're really trying to have some sort of solidarity, which helps then there to be less drama among like the other people. It has like a like reverse ripple effect. Like if there's interpersonal drama among the artists, it's going to get out and it's going to become something. And so it does seem like they are all kind of standing together, at least the ones that we've seen interact with each other. And so that is really nice to see. And it does feel like a little bit more of the like Eurovision summer camp, like, aren't we all so excited to do this together kind of thing? And I love to see that. Like, I mean, people getting along and making friends is like my favorite thing. So
Guys
definitely
being nude, also your favorite thing.
Also, but that's people getting along and being friends. And I think I have a special place about male friendships because men are bad at friendships. And so it makes me happy to see men be good at friendships. But then for what I hate this year, I don't know. I mean, I feel like selfishly, I hate that it's in the most expensive country that I can't go to.
I'm going to kind of echo you, Katie, on the dislike, hate. It's the location. I think the Eurovision fan base has grown and outgrown small towns. Now, I understand why they do it, to give those towns, all of that income, the tourism, all that stuff, put their names on the map, etc. But the Eurovision fan base needs a bigger cities. You can't be doing these small towns. So that's my least favorite thing. Thing I love about this year, just all of the camaraderie that we're seeing, whether it's true or not, who knows what's happening behind the scenes, but what we see on the social media makes you kind of go, okay, even if you can't get behind the song, you can get behind the person.
What I love the most probably this year is just the variety of songs. I think it's a different hodgepodge than what we've seen in the past couple of years. But in retrospect, that's also what I dislike. It just, to what you said, Shawn, it doesn't seem like it's as strong of a playlist, if you will, as it has been in years prior. So similar to you, I'm powering through the playlist just because I want to be present. I want to be there, singing along, jamming out to the songs. But then there's like, as we joke here, there are so many songs where I'm like, oh my God, this is a great bathroom break song. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Like, how much time do we have left? We have 3 minutes to get to the bathroom and back, Slovenia. That's how much time we have left.
It's emotional terrorism.
So
he is just happy to be there. He's happy to be nominated.
Yeah, before I get back and jam out to espresso macchiato. That's how much time I have left. 3 minutes. So those are mine. That's mine.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Shawn, for being our very special guest today. We love to hear your opinions, except when you're wrong.
Facts.
You're such a bitch.
So, thank you,
Shawn. For those who are regulars here at the podcast, and maybe to our newer listeners who live under a rock, let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, it's at World Vishon on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And thank you guys, again, so much for having me. I promise this time I will remember this for the rest of my life. Truly.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I remember all the time. No, I don't. I'm equally as forgetful in my aging days. But yes, thank you, Shawn. And thank you to our listeners, as always. Let us know what you all think of today's episode, and let us know what some of your favorites are and what some of your best ofs include. Drop them below in the comments, and maybe give this episode a like. And if you dare so feel inclined, hit the subscribe button on YouTube or on Spotify to receive weekly notifications. We drop episodes every Tuesday. You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Eurovision Kiki. If you got questions, leave them down below. And as always, we will see you all at our next Kiki.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.